Well, the war in Syria is likely to top the agenda when Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan meets Russian President Vladimir Putin in Sochi. They are also expected to discuss energy cooperation as well as trade and tourism. But just ahead of the meeting, Erdogan once again stressed the urgent need to find a solution to the crisis in Syria.
Suriye'de akan kanın bir an önce durması.
Turkey and Russia have a common goal in Syria. We want to stop the bloodshed and find a political solution to the war. It's time for the countries that have influence in Syria to take on the responsibility. Turkey, with its 911-kilometer border with Syria, is under threat of attacks. And we can't stay silent any longer in the face of innocent civilians being killed in Syria. So the ceasefire should be consolidated.
For more on that meeting, Julia Lyubova joins us now live from Moscow. Hi, Julia. It is interesting to note that Putin and Erdogan's meeting comes just after Putin spoke to President Trump on the phone. So how much are the interests of all three powers expected to factor into this bilateral meeting today?
That's right. On Tuesday, Vladimir Putin spoke on the phone with US President Donald Trump, and they agreed to press for a ceasefire in Syria. And following that call, the US said to send in a representative to the Russia, Turkey and Iran brokered peace talks on Syria in Astana. The fourth round of those talks got underway earlier today. Well, that phone call between Trump and Putin is the first known phone call since the US strike on Syria in response to the chemical attack on 4th of April, and Turkey supported that US strike while Russia condemned it. So all of that, the ceasefire in Syria, ways to press for that, as well as Russian and Turkish military actions in Syria, all likely to dominate the talks in Sochi, which are underway now.
Julia, we're also hearing that Russia is believed to be supplying S-400 missiles to Turkey. Interesting, given they have been on opposite sides of the war in Syria. What more can you tell us about that?
That's right. Even before the phone call, the Kremlin's spokesperson, Dmitry Peskov, said that indeed the sale of Russian-made S-400 missiles defense systems to Turkey could come up in those talks between Vladimir Putin and the Turkish president in Sochi. Negotiations for that deal are set to be at the final stage, and it was revealed that Russia and Turkey were negotiating for that deal in November last year. Well, this system is capable of shooting down aircraft at a range of 400 kilometers and also shooting down ballistic missiles at a range of 60 kilometers. And Russia currently has the S-400 battery installed at its air base in Latakia in Syria.
Okay. Julia Lyubova, we will leave it there for now. Thanks so much for that from Moscow.